Yo, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be reviewing everto made by Bingy on YouTube. I'll be reviewing the terrain, POIs, and then the mechanics. I'll let you guys get into the review. Before I review anything else, first of all, the spawn island is definitely one of my favorite spawn islands out of the moment. I like the nature on it. The terrain looks pretty good, except this one grass piece is floating. I do like the board that has all the stuff, but it's kind of weird that it goes like upgrades from bolt to the upgraded bolt. It's kind of weird with all those, but it's definitely a great spawn island for the map. Okay, so this is definitely like some of my favorite terrain out right now. I'm just nostalgic for this. I know it's only been 2 years since people really last used this style terrain that Bingy does, but it's like the one Nova J used in Nova Real, and I loved the original Nova Real remix. So the terrain is actually like really good. I like the mountains and stuff. The sand's pretty. The sand area is like has some pretty good terrain for a sand biome. Some places do feel a little bit flat and open without nature and stuff, but I really just do like the terrain and nature, and I'm definitely gonna give the terrain and nature a 6.5 just because like there's flat areas, some places don't have nature and rocks, but yes, 6.5 for nature and terrain. So for POIs, I'm gonna do worst to best, and honestly the worst POI on the map is the hole. It's just a lake in the middle with no chests, no buildings, just the like silo piece that's indestructible, so it's getting a low rating. The second worst POI in my opinion is definitely Fearful Forest. It's just haunted hills, buildings, well not the prefabs, but pieces, and have like 10 buildings, and it's just a forest POI. Most forest POIs are just more ununique, like this one. I just don't really like it. It's my opinion, but it's definitely the second worst POI. Now the third worst POI, and now it's just getting into more mediocre POIs is all I can explain it as, but it's Peaceful Paradise. It's a Lucky Landing themed POI. There's these weird lanterns that connect. It looks kind of weird. Now I don't really like when people do it and they just have like randomly have the pink tree starting. Like see Nova J and Empire did it really well when they did it, like Tranquil Transit / Blooming Bluff didn't have like those trees, but when it became Blooming Bluff it did. And Leaky Lower Town was definitely he didn't have the pink trees, but I just find it weird, so it's just a mediocre POI. So the fourth worst POI in my opinion, like I said before with Peaceful Paradise, it's just mediocre POIs for now. There's been so many cozy cabins, like Lucky's Royale, Nova J had a build competition and someone had named Cozy Cabins, and I'm sure tons of other maps have had it, so it's just more like a generic copy POI. I don't really like how he does, like, he mixed chapter 2 and chapter 1 building pieces, like with a tower, and it's just really weird. Like I also don't really like how the ramp is not like resized. In my map and a bunch of other people's maps who use the ramps, they usually resize it and it doesn't look as weird. And the little rock pieces, they just don't, like, there's newer ones that look a lot better, but I have like a bias to cabin POIs because I just like them, so it's higher than Peaceful Paradise. So now we're on to the best POIs. So the fifth best POI is Mighty Machinery. I'm pretty sure this is what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's Mighty Machinery, but it would have been lower, but I have a soft spot for like Steamy Stacks POIs, Power Plant themed POIs. It's definitely a lot better than Cozy Cabins and Peaceful Paradise. It's not that close to the middle, so if you get a bad storm pull, you'll have to move from there. But I do like the mountain that's like right beside the POI. It's really cool. But yeah, it's going at the fifth best POI. Alright, so the fourth best POI is definitely Parked Passing. I really like the hospital building in the POI. That's what really carries it. There's 2 buildings that are in construction and 2 shops. The shops are pretty mediocre, but the hospital really carries it for me, so that's why it's at number 4. Alright, so the third best POI in my opinion is Aerial Airport. I like it how it's a desert airport. Now, it's a little bit lower than it would be because it has some rooms feel a little empty and weird, but it's a really cool and unique POI. It's a little further out from the middle of the map, but it's definitely really good because it has the planes to rotate with, so it's getting the number 3 placement. So the second best POI in my opinion in envto is definitely Tropical Town. It's Typical Town. I don't know why I said Tropical Town. It is. I really like it. It's closer to the middle, yet not as close to the middle as some other POIs. I like little town POIs. They're definitely my favorite. I just enjoy the placement of the map, where it is on the map, and I definitely like to land there. So it's my favorite drop spot. So I'll get on to number 1. So there's only one POI left, and that is Coral Coastline. I love this. It's really unique to have like one little POI be only one biome on your map. I love the look of it, the Coral Castle theme. It's definitely Coral Castle done right, in my opinion. I like the waterfalls around it, the coral. I like how there's a road running through it and some like lamps and stuff. And all I can say is I had too much fun with the dancing fish. Like I had too much fun. But yeah, so now I'll move on to mechanics. So I don't have any footage of the mechanics, but the mechanics are ammo stations where you can buy ammo, vending machines, and a custom loot pool, cars, and dirt bikes, and planes. I forgot about planes. But yeah, mechanics are definitely pretty good, solid for season 1. So the mechanics for season 1 are definitely getting an 8 out of 10. Alright, so my final rating for everto made by Bingy is a 7.5 out of 10. It's an amazing battle royale. I love the terrain. Some of the POIs are lacking though, but it's definitely one worth playing. I'll leave the code in the comments, and I'll see you whenever I post next.